All right, goes the family. Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. It's the last live of the year. 2024, man. What a year it has been. You know, I'm not real big on the new year, new me thing, but I am big on reflection of things. They say the idle mind is the devil's playground, but I would say that is true for some, but that's not true for everyone. As I say, some but not all, some but not all. Because a lot of times when people's mind wanders, it wanders to a place of great imaginations, to great creativity. So it just all depends on one's circumstance. But I will say that the year of reflection in 2024, mistakes were always made. Mistakes were made on my end and mistakes were made on other people's ends. But the crazy thing is, when I think about it, when I think about 2024, I say that, a lot of things for me did not get done because life happens. We make plans and life happens. People get hurt, people get sick, stuff happens with your car, your kids, your dogs, your pets. Life happens, your job, etc., and so forth, your business. And for me, I know I've neglected a lot of things in 2024. These last 2 years have been a lot of neglecting of the more important things, the focus of being more productive when it comes to work, business, not wasting so much time on social media and wasting so much time with people that have nothing to do with your future. And people say that you could be considered to be crass or arrogant when you say that, but no, I think a lot of us, including myself, do a great job of spending too much time with people that have nothing to do with your future. They have everything to do with your present. They have everything to do with your past, but they have nothing to do with your future. And no matter how great they may be, and they don't bring anything to the table that uplifts you in value. You bring things to the table that can uplift them in value, but they don't bring anything that uplifts you in value. And they bring things to the table that uplift you in value in your previous life, but not your current life and not your future. And that's why I say 2025 is going to be the year do or die. Now, of course, for the dummies that want to misinterpret what I'm saying is, because you have those dummies out there that be like, oh, you're saying that because Donald Trump's going in office. I don't care about who's going in office. I'm from the DMV area. Money moves in this country are going to be made no matter who's sitting in the White House, governor's house, or mayor's house. That's why I said never politicize anything. We were talking about this at my job today. It's like everything revolves around a dollar. Because I had a coworker talking about what this congressperson makes, this Republican congressperson makes X amount of dollars and they're worth all this money, and this Democratic congressperson is worth X amount of money. I said, well, you notice the pattern is most people go into politics to become rich. You know that, right? They don't already come from money. I'm like, you do realize that, right? America's a business and it's a corporation since the inception. Before America was even a country, the original quote-unquote colonies in the United States of America, as far as North America goes, well, heck, even the Americas period were economic fortresses for countries in Europe. So that's just, it doesn't get more simple than that. And I'm not saying this in a derogatory manner. No, I'm just looking at it from an economic standpoint. I always say, when you follow the money and you follow the numbers, everything falls into place. But I will say, that you know, I will say that that's why I say it's just like it's a year of do or die. And I have the picture of, you see the background. I had a picture of a homeless person and people who are successful, because majority of your metropolitan cities in America are becoming places where either it's kind of like, as my mother would say, it's kind of getting back to the 1980s, to where either you were well-to-do or you were very poor. Wasn't much of a growing middle class. And that's like the new growing middle class for most working people are people who have a significant amount of savings and investments that are constantly growing. Income and value is growing, whether they own a business or they're an employee, or they are having 2 to 3 families living up in the house, as some would call third world conditions. But that is becoming the norm for most people, and that's why I say it's more of a do or die situation. It's more of a do or die situation, because either you're going to do, or you're going to be putting the homeless population in this country will increase next year. It's not because of who's in the White House. It's not because of who's running Congress. It's not because of who your governor is. It's because of the cost of living. And a lot of people just don't want to admit this. Okay. At the end of the day, you got to just put these things into perspective. And to anybody, as I said earlier, to anybody that is out tonight having a good time, which you should, because this is a new year, New Year's Eve. I implore everybody to get out there. If you're going to drink, just take an Uber. Don't even risk it. Even if you're not going to get drunk, like I'm going to go out, right? But I'm going to take an Uber and I'm not going to get drunk, but because just don't risk getting a DUI. It's not really worth spending $30 to $60 tonight to get the freaking Uber. Excuse me. So you don't even have to worry about even risking getting a DUI. It's not even worth it. Even if you're going to be a social drinker tonight, just get the just get the freaking Uber. It's not worth it. I really have to say that with a lot of sincerity. I mean that because it's just not, like a lot of times people that have gotten DUIs where they're like, they just meet the limit. They're not drunk, but because they meet the legal limit of quote unquote driving while intoxicated, they lose their license, they lose their jobs. So, and in certain instances, they lose their homes. Is that really worth you saving that $50 to $60? Sometimes you got to pay the cost to be the boss. And sometimes you got to pay the cost to not get tossed into the ocean, But that's just my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion at the end of the day. But because I'm not even, like I said, I usually don't even, but I know tonight is a night where the police departments, local cities and counties and state police departments are going to make some serious money, and court systems are going to make some serious money. So that's why I just implore people to just, if you're going to go out, because I think most people, once they get older, like myself, if you want to get your drink on New Year's, people do it at the house, because it's, you got to worry about driving, you got to worry about being out, you got to worry about nobody trying to shoot up a place. I get that. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll leave it at that. And if you're watching, let me know in the comment section, what do you think your pluses and minuses of 2024? Let's put it like that. Let me know what your pluses and minuses, because for a lot of people in 2024, this was a real hard year financially of keeping people's heads above water because of inflation. It's been real rough for a lot of people, It's real rough. And a lot of people can take it, some people can't, But it's been real rough. And like I said, if you're focusing on the things that just don't matter, well, what are you really doing it for? I.e. social media, i.e. sports, video games, etc. and so forth. If you're not trying to focus on increasing your value and increasing your assets, making yourself healthier. The list goes on and on. The list goes on and on and on. But I digress. But 2024, it's been an interesting year. Like I said, for me, had a dog died, family, medical issues. It's been an interesting year, man. I definitely have to say that with all sincerity. And I think 2025 is, like I said, is either, because here's the thing, like the last 2 years with inflation going up and with 2024 being one of the worst years, the people who increase their values, their assets, and increase their incomes, people who have a significant amount of savings and the best credit, because you have one of the highest amounts of credit card debts in American history right now. The people who had the best credit, significant amount of savings, significant amount of assets, less liabilities. And when I read off the list of what liabilities can be for working people, I always got to say that, because if I say this about a person who's rich and money's not an option, then this does not apply to you, obviously. But so what are liabilities for a lot of people? It can be kids, because kids cost money. Nothing wrong with having children. Nothing wrong with being a parent. Bear in mind when I say that. But financially, they can take a lot away from you. As a regular working person, owning a Cybertruck, if your savings and assets are constantly growing, probably not one of the best ideas. If I give out any financial advice that I know that can't get me sued, I'm going to give out that kind of advice. I don't even like to call that financial advice. I like to call that common sense advice. But that's just my personal opinion on that aspect. Let's just keep it in the common sense range. But yeah. It's interesting to say the least. It really is. But so children, car payments, student loan payments. These are things before inflation was kicking the crap out of working people, or sucking people dry. And then when inflation happened with darn near everything, specifically food, cost of food to buy food has gone up. It crippled a lot of people. It really has. Even though there's a certain segment of people that still doesn't care about being, there's, like I said, we have a generation now of people that, debtors, and not the normal debt of just a car payment and a house payment when owning a house. No, we have a generation of people in debt because of school loans, kids, car notes, and what else? Oh yeah, and credit card debt. So we have a generation of that, and that's just becoming the norm. And like, people don't care. A lot of people don't care if they're up to their ears in $2,000 to $10,000 of credit card debt, because their main thing is, hey, they want to keep up with the Joneses. They want to look good. Excuse me. And they want to ensure that they want to be excited about their lifestyle, which in a sense I can't blame people, because like I said, for me personally, I've had the most in the last 2 years, 2023 and 2024. I've had the most amount of credit card debt. Even though I pay my debts on time, I've had the most amount of credit card debt because the thing I love to do is I love to travel. This year, matter of fact, I was supposed to get my side travel business thing happening, but I haven't done it because I just don't see, for me personally, I don't see me being able to book travel trips for a lot of people, because when it comes to me trying to sell a product, I guess I'm not the best salesperson, because I lack the patience. I have social skills, but I lack the patience when it comes to, because me, like I said, I look at life from a common sense standpoint. If I want to buy something, I'm going to buy it because I want to buy it, not because somebody convinces me to buy it. Because that's what salesmanship is. You're trying to convince a person to buy something at the highest price so that you can get the best commission that you can get that's feasibly possible. So at the end of the day, I get that. But like I said, for what the amount of traveling I love to do, it would just make sense for me to have a side travel business. But in 2024, it was not economically feasible. And in 2024, I did not. And like I said, I let a lot of things get away from me. My business, my thirst, my desire for a lot of things in life. And luckily, like I said, towards the end of this year, I've been doing a good job of trying to fight to get that back. Because it's hard to stay competitive when you're not surrounded by people who are competitive. At times, it'd be very difficult to remain, driven when you're not surrounded by people that are driven. Because I'm not to say I'm not surrounded by good people, but most of the time I'm surrounded by people who are lackadaisical, lazy. Surrounded by people who are working towards retirement only. Surrounded by people that don't get out and do anything. And that is one thing in 2024 I've learned. Is just like, if you're not really trying to get out and do stuff, and you just want to be a couch potato and do Netflix and Hulu, then you don't have that much in common, family. That's cool for when I'm ready to go to bed, but that's not cool when I'm trying to build some things. And I implore everybody else, it's like, hey, if you're trying to build and get things done, get the heck away from people that ain't about that life. Because you got a lot of people that are just about the basic, boring lifestyle. They're not about doing major things. They are about being basic and boring, and they're happy about it. Every time I come back home from a trip, I always say, jokingly, but I'm being serious at the same time, I always say, what's up, you uptight, bragging about nothing, basic, boring people? Because a lot of times people, that's where their mindsets are, and they looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm like, hey, there's a world out here. I want to take a bite out of it. I want to kiss it. I want to make love to it. I want to conquer. A lot of people, they don't want to conquer. They just satisfied with their basic, minute lifestyle. That's cool. Don't look at me like I'm the crackhead because I'm not around no more. Like that's what my mindset was at. So that's how I look at the end of the day. But all in all, the way this year has ended up, I am content with the fact that I'm still alive, and I have to emphasize that more. I have to emphasize that more. I've met some, from afar as positives. I got to meet a lot more great people, from the Best Fest 2024 down in Atlanta, Houston, Texas, California, Los Angeles, California. I did not get back to Phoenix this year like I wanted to, but I will be getting back to Phoenix soon. And more that my travel will consist of not really trying to have as much fun, but for me to explore and connect with people who are like-minded from a business and economic standpoint. That's what 2025 is going to be for me. See, the DMV area is a bust. And the reason why I say the DMV area is a bust for me, because usually the kind of people I encounter are, I only have one best friend in the DMV area, but usually the people that I encounter is on lackadaisical, bragging about nothing. Their heyday for a lot of them was when they was in uniform. Nothing wrong with that. God bless the troops. And they have their family and they have their job, and then that's all she wrote. And outside of that, they just want to brag about what they're doing. And luckily this year I've met some good people that are talking about business. A couple people in the DMV area, but for whatever reason, it just seems like it's easier to connect with people that live in other parts of the country, specifically the South and the West Coast for me. Maybe it's just because even though I'm from the East Coast, I'm from the DMV area, maybe it's just because I vibe with the energy of the West Coast and the South, because I feel like I'm more of a laid back soul and spirit and things of that nature. But I digress. But that's the good thing about going into this new year. And I'm learning, to just appreciate life more. And I really do with everybody out in this life. do yourself a favor. Appreciate every day that you're alive more. You know, having loved ones pass away can really just emphasize that for me. You know, it's really emphasized to just have just a thirst to be happy about just being alive. Okay. You know, so life is good. And I leave it at that. And I'm glad I was able to do this live, because that's one thing, like in the last couple of months, I haven't been doing as many lives as I used to. And for those who want to know, the main reason why that is because most of my views come from shorts and reels, shorts on Facebook, shorts on YouTube, reels on Facebook, you know, shorts on TikTok, Instagram. So when it comes to this social media thing, I might as well emphasize and spend more time doing that, because, you know, that's just where the views are at. You know, and I leave it at that. But, you know, I'm not going to say in 2025, new year, new me. I'm going to say in 2025, new year, let's get it. New year, be around new different people and new different atmospheres. Conquer goals and aspirations. You know, as I always quote from the video Quarter Life Crisis with the guy Smiley, who's from the DMV area. He's like, hey, take the class, open the business, move to that city, ask that person out, shoot your freaking shot in this life, because in 2025 it's the year of do or die, because of the purely economic standpoint. Most houses are, you know, reasonable houses, heck, even single, especially for people who want a single family house in this country. Most metropolitan areas is starting at $500,000. Rent in most parts of the country are no less than $1,400 a month, and that's usually for a dump. You know, you gotta look. You just gotta look outside of the box. You know, you gotta look outside of the box. Period. You know, that's just me. That's just how I look. That's how I look at it. That's how I slice and dice it. You know, but keep it positive, man. That's really at the end of the day, family. I gotta truly emphasize that. Keep it positive out here. You know, because life's too short. You know, and if anybody who's lost anybody that matters to them, you know, that should say a lot right there, you know, on some realness. That should say a lot. But I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that, family. Let me know what you let me know what you got accomplished in 2024. Let me know what you didn't get accomplished in 2024. Let me know what you want to try to get done in 2025, and what can you do to accelerate those goals and aspirations. You know, and I'll leave it at that. You know, just keep it real. Straight up and down. It's gonna be an interesting year, though. It's gonna be an interesting year, and I could see that now. You know, but it's really going to be an interesting year for those who are willing to get their butts out of bed and get their butts in gear and conquer their fears. You know. I mean, that's really the emphasis of it, you know. On some realness. You know. And I really just can't put it up any other way than that. You know, are you willing to do it or not? You know. Shoot your shot when it comes to getting things done in this life. Stop worrying about shooting your shot when it comes to significant others and things of that nature. You know, shoot your shot on that aspect. Because at this point in life, that's what matters the most. My personal opinion. But what do I know? As like I said to my folks that are out partying tonight, you know, get it in. Get it in, get it in. Happy 2024. See you later 2024. Happy 2025. Happy New Year. Hope everybody has a great time tonight. I don't care if you're at home. If you're doing what you want to be doing tonight, do it. You know, if you're at home chilling, if you're out and about doing what you do, if you're at a family member's house, do what you do, family. All right. All right, so I need to get ready to go out, and I'm not going to be out that late tonight, because tomorrow we'll be getting up and going to the gym and trying to conquer my goals and aspirations. So don't have too much time to be on too much nonsense anymore. And I've learned I got to leave a lot of people alone in 2025. That's going to be, that's one of the hardest things to do, is to leave a lot of people alone. Because no matter how good you think they might be for you, they're good, but they're just not good for you. And that's just something to really think about, family. They're good, but they're not good for you. I learned that in 2023. Cut a lot of people off in 2023 because I noticed that they weren't even good. They're just leeches. Basic, boring leeches. And I learned that. I'm like going into 2024, like, yeah, I'm no more dealing with basic, boring leeches. We're not doing that. They said, what we not going to do, is be around basic, boring leeches. Because that's not going to get us anywhere. On some realness. But what do I know? That's what I always say. But what do I know? I'm just a guy thinking outside of the box. Or I'm just a guy that's just thinking out loud. That'd be my new thing. I'm just thinking out loud. So anyways, let me get ready to get up out of here, because gotta get my Uber. Because I'm gonna have maybe 2 drinks at the most, but I'm not gonna drive. Because I don't even like it's not even worth the headache. So but either way, keep it pleasant. Keep it simple. And go from there, family. I'm out. Peace, 2024. Hello, 2025. This is the year of do or die. Either you're going to do it or you're going to die. Physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. No other way to put it. No other way to put it, family. So I'll leave it at that. Alrighty. Take care, family. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you're having a great day. If you've been watching Larry's Anything Goes programming, you know that we are not only providing great financial intelligence content as much as possible by interviewing other financial professionals, professionals in the travel industry, real estate industry, etc., and so forth, but we provide various services when it comes to specific products that we sell, from anything that you would actually find on Amazon or actually at Walmart, etc., and so forth. And we are actually providing specific products due to today's current crisis and whatnot, to ensure that we provide the right services and products that you need at a reasonable price when it comes to medical face masks, when it comes to hand sanitizer, and when it comes to latex gloves and things of that nature, and etc., and so forth, toilet paper, paper towels. But we have what you need. Also, family, don't forget that Larry's Anything Goes is a part of an affiliate marketing network known as Gold Standard Partners, where you have the opportunity to buy cryptocurrency and allow others to invest with you as becoming an affiliate marketing partner. And obviously, if they purchase a package with the program, you're able to make money off their package purchases and make money off of their crypto purchases and things of that nature. If you want to join, please follow the links in the description, and I'll give you a call as soon as you sign up and purchase a package, and we'll go from there. But definitely, it's all about the best way to make money moves is to have currency with one another, and to ensure that currency is always being spoken of on all levels, so it benefits everyone and not just one specific person. That's a lot of things that people forget about. So think about joining the program, and we'll be able to go from there. But if not, either way, it's always appreciated. And thank you for watching, and hopefully you guys have a great day and continuously make money moves so you don't live broke like a fool. Take care. As you can see, with our various products, we have our financial apparel, as you see, wearing There's Anything Goes t-shirt, financial intelligence is sexy, face masks, latex gloves, things of that nature, to obviously ensure the safety of you and your family all at the same time. We want to ensure that you get the best products and see the actual products that we're actually providing for you, and giving you another view of not only the shirts and the medical masks, but actually another view of actual latex gloves and the actual hand sanitizer. Because one thing we've learned throughout this unfortunate crisis is that we have to take more precautionary measures to ensure not only the safety for ourselves, but for our families. And having a great pair of hand sanitizers, latex gloves, and medical face masks will ensure that safety. And with all that being said, hopefully you guys will check out our online store. We have the various products that you see here. With a couple of clicks, especially if you're paying via PayPal, it makes life that much easier for you to purchase our various products, especially during this unfortunate situation. You see the apparel from Larry's Anything Goes. We have the medical products when it comes to hand sanitizer, latex gloves, medical face masks, and things of that nature, and various other products. So please check out Larry's Anything Goes. Support small local businesses. We greatly appreciate it, and hopefully that you have a good day.